right, everyone, welcome in. We're going to do a pick-a-pile today. So go ahead, you can pause if you want and just sit with the decks in general, and we'll see which one you pick, and then you can go ahead and skip forward to your reading. Okay, see you there. All right, so if you picked our rust-colored orange or amber pile, we'll go ahead and get into it. We're going to go ahead and cut the deck and see what's at play. All right, so we have transformation. You had to make a choice about moving forward from something that was disappointing. This is odd. I'm being told to clarify with a deck that I had over here. So I'm just going to keep those out, and we'll go ahead and we'll read for what it was that was disappointing, and then we'll get into the reading. You guys must be unique. Okay. Yeah, something that was disappointing. Yeah, it didn't work out. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Maybe someone gave up. Someone gave up on like a dream or something they were hoping to step out on, or felt like they were giving up. Yeah, there was a lot of conflict about this. I'm hearing internal conflict. Yeah, okay. So I'm hearing blocked. Some people could have celebrated. I have a feminine and a masculine energy here that could have or be celebrating how it was that they were able to kind of like get in your head and or create this conflict for you, and or I'm hearing that this could be kind of like that imbalance of that masculine and feminine energy within the self. So I don't know if there is a bit of an element at play that you have regarding a fear, and whether or not that fear is really valid or not. So perhaps that's something that you had to take a long, hard look at. Yeah, stop something. Okay. All right. Okay. So being that there's transformation of you walking away, perhaps from these people, let's go ahead and see what wants to come out. Or walking away from this disappointment. Perhaps you learned that these people were doing this. I'm just getting like no more worrying. No more worrying. Wow, I can't even talk. Something about a mantra. You might have a mantra that you're saying to yourself right now. What is it that wants to come out for the best and highest good of the collective at this time? Okay, what are we juggling? What are we juggling? The truth. Okay, go back, watch my reading from earlier today. Yeah, maybe it is about this duality, right? How is it that I'm going to integrate and utilize these two things for my best and highest good? Yeah, so twos could be significant if you're into angel numbers, 222, 22, or just, you know, 2. Yeah, alchemizing that indifference, that disappointment, to make a plan. For something to come to fruition. Yeah, it's like you're seeking clarity. Yeah, because you're not giving up anymore. Yeah, you're serious about this. Okay. Yeah, so I guess you're prioritizing what it is to give your energy to and how you can best integrate all that you know for this to have the best outcome for you. That's good. What else for the best and highest good of this collective? Yeah, so I'm getting that for some of you, you're really paying attention to your resources, how it is to make the most of what you have, and trying to come into balance that, you know, maybe I have had a bit of fear about my resources previously, and is that serving me? Am I opening myself up to the things that will attract and allow for what it is that I desire? And kind of like, am I holding myself back? I don't know why I'm hearing miserly. Yeah, so you can plan. Plan on how to progress, plan on how to move forward, plan on how to utilize these things for your best and highest good. Yeah, because you're onto something. You have an intuitive hunch. I'm hearing you're listening. Oh, I guess that's it. Oh. You're listening. Something wants to be revealed to you. Something wants to come in for you. The High Priestess, the Moon. You're okay. Let's talk about this, besties. You are connected. You're connected. You're in flow. You are linked up. Okay? Yeah, you feel the pull. You feel like something's coming. Something is there. Something is coming to light. And I'm just getting like you want to be prepared for it and you want to be able to do something with it when it arrives. And I'm also getting just like this kind of like, it feels like this expansive energy. Like I feel like whoever this is for, you really opened yourself up to receiving. For some of you, I'm hearing love. Yeah, something to have to do with relieving yourself of these burdens. And even as I get that, like, I have this tension in my neck that I'm trying to, like, get out. I'm, like, moving my shoulders. So perhaps things have just been, like, really heavy and, like, maybe you've just released all these fears, or whatever is just excessive right now. It's kind of like it can't stay. All things have to go. I don't know if you're like clearing things out, not just energetically, but maybe even your space. But I'm just hearing like fear, negativity. It's kind of like now is the time. Yeah, it's just been too heavy for too long. What did I say? Now is the time. Hello. Tens could be significant. We have 10-10. Joy, wish fulfillment, happiness, your ultimate satisfaction. It all just flows together in balance. It works. You're laying things down. You're stepping into what it is that you want for yourself. What about the 7? Yeah, okay, so the 7 of swords, stones are swords in this deck. So the 7 of stones, especially with those 2 energies we had earlier, this could be referencing to that interference, and or you are recognizing the internal interference that could be at play here, and kind of like how very real our imaginary fears can seem, if that makes sense. It's kind of like you don't want to play yourself. Yeah, so I'm just like, you're getting really serious about opening yourself up, trying to align. Yeah, what did I say? Yeah, whatever this prior deception was really disappointing. Yeah, throughout all of this, you've remained really balanced. Some of you could have reclaimed this balance. It's kind of like you're understanding now for yourself that real power isn't in reacting, but it is in showing how and if you even want to respond and or give your energy to something. Sorry, I have my tea here. I have my tea. Okay, what about what is to come in for this collective? What is coming in for this collective? Ooh. Okay, so you're setting out on a new opportunity. A new financial opportunity, a new opportunity for stability, and or you have really gotten serious about something that you feel would be fruitful to explore, and you're setting out on that. Yeah, I think this is speaking to that inner divisiveness. You could have been what did I say? You're getting serious about being in alignment with yourself, and so you kind of surrendered this thing. Perhaps you contemplated about it. In the traditional tarot, it talks about with the Hanged Man. In the traditional tarot deck, it talks about how the man was walking through the woods and he strung himself up to the tree so that he would remain there until he sorted out how he felt about the circumstance, or, you know, the best way to move forward. I don't know. It's kind of like that. Don't quote me. But, you did this. You surrendered, kind of like to the reality of the turmoil and allowed it to teach you instead of trying to make something happen or just suffer through and make what you wanted to make happen. Does that make sense? Yeah, what did I say? So it's kind of like you're reclaiming your authority over your own life. From a place of inner truth. Okay. So when I pulled it out, I saw dominance. It's like no one's gonna pluck your feathers. Oh. Yeah, I'm just hearing like you have more control than you think you do. Yeah, balance. Bringing things into balance. Bringing things into alignment for yourself. Definitely tracks with the King of Vials. Yeah, what did I say? Claiming authority over your own life. I mean, like, and I think, so fours might be significant here. Not only are they showing up, but they are indicative of balance. Balancing out, stability. I think you're trying to move forward with what is in your best self-interest, and also the fact that you're able to do this in a balanced way is kind of like how you're like able to exemplify that equilibrium. Like you're able to move forward in a way that is best for you but isn't arrogant or excessive. You might be able to set boundaries in a way that is both empathetic to the other person and it honors yourself. Like there's a way you can do things that don't require excessive force. You're really embodying that. Okay, so we have meditation. Meditation creates the space to turn information into transformation. Yeah, what do we have? The Hangman. It supports long-term coherent brainwave patterns. It helps you to move into your subconscious mind, training yourself to be more present and focused in the moment. Questions. Where my attention is, there is my energy. Where do I want to place my attention? Yeah, we had all those twos, all that juggling, all that prioritizing. All right, I think this makes perfect sense for y'all. Okay, thanks for joining me for your read. If you liked it and it resonated for you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you'd like, go ahead, sprinkle a little love on that like button. It just helps the channel, nothing crazy. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. So, okay. Feeling like a betrayal was unfair, which it most likely was, but feeling like there's not justice for a betrayal, there is an imbalance. Perhaps you watch someone evolve. Okay, you watch someone evolve and celebrate, and it was kind of like they did it in a way that was unethical. Perhaps on your dime, Queen of Coins. Yeah, because you're reliable, you're responsible, you're on your P's and Q's, you're independent, self-sufficient. You've moved on from this. Perhaps you've released this. You're like, I'm getting like, I don't even think about this person anymore. Please move on. Okay, but there's some feelings still lingering here. Perhaps there's some hurt feelings still lingering, or just like you might be feeling like you want what's rightfully yours, I'm hearing. Because you want to rebuild. Yeah, you want to rebuild, you want to move on from this part of your life. I'm hearing like, I got it, please, please. What about this Knight of Cups? Hold on, we're going to clarify with another deck. Okay, so we have a Knight of Cups that is very, very restless, anxious. Perhaps this is that person about how they treated you. I'm not sure. What about this Knight of Cups? You... Okay, let's take a look at this really quick. So this Knight of Cups, this is kind of like their vibe. They're taking action. They're taking action to put an end to someone's kind of like peace. Like I'm almost getting like they're kind of saying like how could you sleep at night? Not necessarily to you, but this could be regarding that other person. Yeah, they're kind of just like calling them on their stuff. That's interesting. Okay, so there's a Knight of Cups here. We have a little bit of information about them. What else? What else? Yeah, there we have the Fool in the reverse again. Yeah, there's someone here that really has it on their heart that they want to make something right for you. And I'm almost getting this sense, with the Fool in the reverse, it's about writing the past for some reason. Like it's about writing the past. Yeah. Yeah, someone may want to apologize. Oh boy. Yep. For for their heartbreak, their betrayal. Oh boy. I don't know if you even want that. It doesn't sound like it. I don't. Okay, what else? You already know this. Oh, this is cracking me up. You already know this. Yeah, it's like, okay, you oh, I don't even know if I want to say that. I just threw my hand over my mouth. Something was like, don't say that, Nicole. Oh my god. Yeah, it's kind of like you really don't have anything to value of what they're saying. Like, what's done is done, and unless it's kind of like they're bringing you like life-altering gifts, you want nothing to do with it. But let's talk about the messages within messages. I think there is, for some of you, I do genuinely feel for some of you that there is someone that wants to try and correct the past and or offer you clarity or the truth. So I don't know, this person could be connected to that person. I don't know, why am I here like someone older? They don't feel like it's the right time. Well, I also think you don't want anything to do with this anymore. It's like you just want to move on with your life. I'll get an extra roll for you guys. What is it for the best and highest good of the collective at this time to move forward? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm essentially getting that for you guys, it's important that you embody what it is that you have gleaned from the situation, what your truth of the situation is, what you know happened, right? And not to let anyone kind of try to muddle that. And I'm getting you already do. So it's to really embody the acceptance of this wasn't meant for me. And I have to surrender that. And also the sucky part of being responsible for your own feelings. I know, it sucks, is that the more this is what I'm getting. It's kind of like for a long time, I feel like you guys were stuck in this hermit energy. It's almost kind of like the more I hide away, and for some of you, that could have been like your own form of self-punishment. I don't know if you thought, for some reason I'm getting the sense that like, you're really holding yourself accountable for something that you didn't know. And so it's kind of like, the more you hid yourself away was only for somehow energetically fueling that person's ability to keep doing what they were doing. I don't know. And so it's kind of about moving forward, stepping out, and not punishing yourself anymore, not hiding yourself away. The courage to step out and be seen and not have the guilt and shame of the experience that wasn't even your fault. Other people's poor intentions are about them. They're not about you. So it's really about releasing this. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll get you a self-care card. What is it? Oh, that was fast. Yeah! Okay, connection. Connection. Oh, that's cute. Connection is one of life's purposes. We search to connect with others, with our family, with our passion, with our calling, our surroundings, and to ourselves. When we successfully connect, we feel satisfied. Connection with ourselves is one of the highest callings. When we are connected to ourselves, we can be patient, give more, receive more, and love more. Remember to practice self-compassion. How is my relationship with myself? Do I enjoy spending time with me? Do I take time to myself on a regular basis? All right, guys. Well, I hope this message found you, and I'll see you in the next one.